Hey everybody, it is Deb again, and the last time you saw me I was working out and I probably looked kind of like this, hair in a ponytail, and here I am again. I got dressed up for this call or for this talk, but I thought tonight I would stop in and talk to you guys a little bit about this whole tribe thing that you keep hearing me talk about. And while I do that, I've actually got some people that are waiting for me to go live in an event. So I'm going to share that over to the event page real quick. But I wanted to go live here on my public page because some of you are not in that event. And I thought you might like to see it. So while you are waiting for me to do that, I would love for you guys to tell me where you're at. I'm in Kansas City and it is like really warm here. I don't know if I should be wearing, like, I had on sweatpants and then I got hot, so I put on shorts. So what's it like where you guys are at? Where are you located? I see a few of you jumping on. So share, where's the whole community of all my friends? Where are you guys at? I don't know, I hope I can see comments. I hope I can see comments because I've been having trouble seeing comments. I'm gonna keep smiling right here. Up. Write a comment. I can write a comment. Up. Okay. Well, I'm not sure I can see comments, so. And obviously I can't type and talk at the same time. So give me just a minute. There it is. All right. Yay. Oh, there we go. I can see a comment. Andover, Massachusetts. Now, you guys are getting dumped, aren't you? Aren't you getting like dumped with snow this weekend? I think it's so crazy that, you know, my friends on the West Coast and the East Coast are both getting dumped with snow. And here we sit in the middle of the country where typically we do have traditional winters and we haven't had any winter yet. Bill's from Louisiana. I'm going to be there for the first time ever this summer. So I'll be in New Orleans, NOLA. You're going to get more snow tonight. Oh my goodness. Kentucky. I'm not sure what the weather's like in Kentucky right now. I know that I want to get out for a run this week, and I've seen a lot of people starting to get out for a run. I'm going to have to shut my computer down so I won't be distracted. So you guys are here, so I wanted to just get right into this whole thing about the tribe. And I don't know if you saw my post from 2 weeks ago. Let's see. We're coming up on 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago today was when I left to go to Salt Lake City to do my team retreat. And that was really something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. But what that was all about was me being able to, you know, take the leaders on my team who have helped me, help our tribe, help me make our team work and make my dreams come true as a full-time work-from-home entrepreneur. And in our tribe, we say teamwork makes the dream work. And our team is called Team Dare to Dream. And you know, it truly is a matter of us all working together to achieve success. And we had a really great visit to our corporate office in Utah, our corporate Beachbody office, in case I didn't mention it before. And we got to hear from one of the senior executives, Jeff Hill, and who's just always an amazing speaker. And you know, I know how much heart our executives have for our mission. And our mission is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives and to end the trend of obesity. But until you've been in the same room with them and like been up close and you see the fire in their eyes and you even see the tears in their eyes as they share stories and you see that passion, you don't realize exactly how much passion they have for the mission of this company. And when I know that the executives, the leaders, the people guiding the ship of the business I'm involved with, when I know that their heart and soul is a part of this industry and of this mission, it gives me a lot of heart and soul and security, because this is my business, right? And I've made my business helping other people get healthy and fit. And I did a post today, just a little bit earlier. If you go onto my page and you kind of scroll around and see some of the things I was talking about today and over the past couple weeks, you know, I became a Beachbody coach because I loved the products. And most coaches come into this business as a customer. We call it the vital process, meaning the process works. You know, you interact with our Beachbody programs, whether or not you bought it from an infomercial or wherever you got it. I mean, John and I got it from an infomercial, P90X, way back, well, it was probably 8 years ago. And we didn't know anything about the Beachbody coaching opportunity. That was certainly not on our radar. We just wanted to get fit, and we wanted to do it together, and we saw this program and had been getting a lot of buzz in the news and on people's lips, and so we said, let's try it. You know, and that's what led us to where we're at today, which is, you know, I mean, who knew? I didn't even know you could make a living doing what we're doing, which is helping people live healthy and fulfilling lives, recommending things that we personally use and do, you know, and I get so much gratification from, I think I even get more gratification from those of you that aren't my customers. And by customer, I mean, you know, you aren't somebody that's actually bought one of the workout programs or the Shakeology or the nutritional products from me. I almost get more gratification from you guys because you tell me how much what I do means to you. And that validates to me that this is not a business that is driven by the almighty dollar. It is by the almighty dollar. It is driven by the desire to help people and to make a difference and to truly end the trend of obesity, end the trend of diseases of lifestyle choices, which diabetes type 2 is, which high cholesterol is, for the most part. These are diseases of lifestyle choices, right? For the most part. There's exceptions to every rule, so don't go there. And I do have 3 dogs, so bear with me. But, you know, to be able to be a part of that and to know that, you know, whether or not you ever buy anything from me, you are getting value from me and you're valuing me. I mean, that is like the best of all worlds, right? And somehow, it's not somehow, but that's, you know, that actually helps, you know, it helps make the world go round. It helps my business because it gives credibility. It gives us all the credibility that we do lead from our hearts and we do try to add value in many ways. And it's not just as a paying customer. Does that make sense? You know, give me some hearts or thumbs up if you've experienced that, because I know as I commented on that on my post today, you know, I kind of shared something like that, and one person even said, you know, yeah, you've totally supported me when I was using the Beachbody workouts, and then you totally supported me when I went back to the gym, and so, you know, I know that your main goal is to help me be fit, and that is exactly true. So what is this tribe that I keep talking about? The tribe is our Team Dare to Dream. It's basically our coaching network. I started Team Dare to Dream, about 5.5 years ago, and I was a team of 1. I wasn't a team of 1 for very long because my husband joined right along with me, so we were a team of 2, and then my mom joined right thereafter, so then we were a team of 3, and now Team Dare to Dream is a team of over 1,100. Our tribe is over 1,100 strong. And who is in our tribe? And how do you get to be in our tribe? Well, the people that are in our tribe are men and women who are on, who really want to make healthy and fit a part of their lifestyle. And they want to be connected to a community of people that also seek to do the same. A community that's supportive, that's positive, that talks about fitness and health as a regular basis, not as in, oh, you should be working out, but as in, hey, you know, I'm working out. And when they see other people doing that, that inspires them. When they see other people come into our team page and say, wow, you know, I really had a hard month last month and I haven't even I haven't done any of my workouts, and I'm totally feeling, I put on 10 pounds, but I'm back at it. I'm here. I'm telling you guys, hold me accountable. When somebody sees somebody else doing that, that's when they raise their hand and say, me too. I did that too, and I'm ready to get back at it again. So when you're in our tribe, the likelihood of you completely losing focus on your own health and fitness is a lot slimmer than it is if you're just trying to do it on your own, right? And so that's really one of the main reasons people join our tribe. And, joining Team Dare to Dream means that, you like who we are. I mean, if you know any of the Team Dare to Dream coaches, if you're interacting with any of us on Facebook, then you would join our tribe because you like what we represent. You like who we are. You feel connected to us. And I love our tribe. I mean, on this trip that I took 2 weeks ago with my top leaders, I mean, every single woman on that trip, we had 20 women there, and there was 12 of them were from my team, and then 7 of them, I guess that's 19, 7 of them were from a sister team. But every woman on that trip, and that house, I mean, we stayed in a house all together, and a lot of us had never ever met before in person. And we're sharing rooms, and we're sharing meals, and we're sharing, bathrooms, and, a lot of time together. And the fact that we all got along and we felt like we'd already knew each other. We felt like we were already, best friends, because really we are, because we're on this journey together. And every woman, I could look across the room and I could see every single woman in there is somebody that I would want to be friends with, and that I'm happy that I am friends with. And so that's what a tribe is all about. It's a group of people that help enrich your lives, help you be a better person. They help lift you up to achieve what you're meant to achieve, right? They make you better. I mean, there's a saying, a quote that, I don't know who said it, but it's in all the personal development books, that you are most like the 5 people you surround yourself with. Be it 5 people, be it 10 people, but look at who you surround yourself with. And that's what our tribe is all about. We have made a decision to surround ourselves with people that lift us up, that lead by example, people that we admire, people that we can help, people, it's like this win-win. I help somebody on my team, but they help me too. Because when you help others, it gives back to you in so many different ways. So I hope this isn't sounding very vague and nebulous, but I've done a lot of videos about what is Beachbody coaching, and how do you get started, and how do you make money, and my story, and all that stuff. And I just, in case you've heard that all before, I wanted to talk about it a little differently, because that is exactly what we're talking about. Before I was a coach, I worked in corporate America. I was a vice president. I worked there for almost 20 years, actually 19 months. 19 years and 11 months I worked at the same company right out of college. It was never my dream career, but you know how it goes. You get into a job and suddenly, you start working your way up the ladder, and, you're like, oh, wow, I'm living the American dream. I'm progressing, I'm advancing, I'm getting promotions, I'm getting more money, getting more vacation. This is all good, and I'm very grateful that I had, I'm not regretful that I spent, 20 years of my life doing that, because everything that we do in life leads us to where we're at today, right? And so I feel like that, everything I've gone through in my past is all things that I had to go through to get to where I'm at today. But I can tell you, when I started doing the P90X program, I was at a point of a real low in my life. I'd come through some very serious fires, trials by fire, so to speak, not literal fires, but I had a lot of changes, and I had really, kind of hit rock bottom with some things in my life, and I was just putting myself back together, so, when I found fitness again, that helped me start to feel strong. It helped me start to mend my body, which also helped me start to mend my mind. And, I just, probably a year and a half after I started doing the Beachbody workouts, P90X and Insanity and all that, then I discovered there was this coaching opportunity. And at that time in my career, I was kind of looking ahead and thinking, gosh, my 20-year anniversary is almost here. Wow, I've been waiting for this for 20 years. It's like this big deal. And I was like the youngest person. I would have been the youngest person to achieve 20 years at our company. But I was also looking ahead and thinking, I have another 20 years before I can retire. I mean, how many of us are just working until we retire, really? I mean, that's, how many people are just working to make a paycheck? It pays the bills. I mean, that's a common thing that people say. Yeah, it pays. How do you like your job? Well, it pays the bills. And you're working for the weekends, and you're working for retirement. You're just looking to when you cannot work anymore, right? And I thought, there's 20 more years until I get to that spot. And I was really depressed. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like, and it was kind of sucking the life out of me. I won't go into a lot of details, but it was really the one part of my life that was still kind of in a complete chaotic, tumultuous mess. Inside of my body, I just could feel the anxiety. So when I found out that Beachbody coaching was actually something that people were making a living doing, I started to feel a hope I had never felt before, because I had already fallen in love with the products. I had actually signed on as a coach. We call them a discount coach, but that's not a thing. That just means that when you come in, you just really wanted the discount. You weren't really looking at the business opportunity. Well, that's why I signed up, because I wanted a discount on my Shakeology and my next workout program, which I already had picked out, Chalene Extreme, woohoo. But when I got into the community, which I now know is a tribe, when I got into the coaching tribe of the team that I was on, I started to experience things I hadn't experienced before, and certainly that I wasn't experiencing in my current job. I was experiencing an uplift. I was feeling positive about my day. I was starting to feel positive about myself. They have us, one of our vital behaviors is personal development, and I started reading. This is a book I'm reading now, The Motivation Manifesto, and I've read some of it here on Facebook, but I started reading things that were good for my mind and good for my soul. I mean, here I've just got these right here, sitting in this is my comfy chair, by the way. This is not my office. You've heard me talk about my comfy chair. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do the call from here. And I'm still hot, that's why I've got my jacket half on, half off. So I started to feel better about myself and about my life, and I wanted more of that. And so, I started to share my workouts and what I was doing and how I was feeling. And all of a sudden, people were asking me for help. And all of a sudden, I'm coaching. That's what it is. We share. We share what we do. We share our lifestyle. We share our struggles. We share our successes, our trials, and our tribulations. And that's, I just found myself doing that and loving it. It became the best part of my day. I mean, I would do that before I went to work and spent my 10 hours there, and I couldn't wait until I got home so I could get back to it. So, long story short, about 6 months after that, I became a full-time coach because I never made it to my 20-year anniversary. We had a parting of the ways at my oh-so-unhappy place of employment. It just ended. Parting of the ways. So I now found myself, when I thought I was going to be celebrating my 20-year anniversary, I found myself unemployed. Have you ever been in that situation? Have you ever found yourself laid off, cutbacks or whatever, when you thought this is where you were going to be, right? I mean, that was really scary, because our family was a two-income family. It always had been, right? We have, right now we have 2 kids in college. So we had 2 kids that were, how many years off till college, that we were like, oh my gosh, we can't be a one-income family. But I had already started, starting to slowly build my business. And once I was no longer in corporate America, I was able to just really focus on it. And, that's why I think part of why I was able to succeed so fast back then. Today we have coaches that get started, and I mean, they surpass what I've accomplished, in the 5 years I've been a coach. They hit that in like their first 2 years. I mean, so I'll give you the little official legal income disclaimer right now to say that Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success or income, because it's totally based on you. It's totally based on you. And I don't know about you, but I like that. I like to know that my future is in my hands. I have one of the coaches on our team. She experienced a layoff recently, very unexpected. And, she said, I will never put myself in that position again to be at the mercy of somebody else in regards to my paycheck. You know, so she's doing what I did. She's using that time that, you know, she thought she was going to be, you know, working her way towards retirement. Now she's using that time to build and to create her life by design so that she doesn't have to ever worry about that again, right? And so, you know, that's what I was able to do with my business. But, you know, most of our coaches are working that. I mean, I started this while I was working full-time, working, you know, like I said, I mean, I don't know how many hours a week. Like I said, I was a vice president. I was over a department of our company that was basically 365, 24/7 operations, and I was on charge of a traveling roadshow. So I actually did insanity in hotel rooms. I did a lot of my insanity workout in hotel rooms. Yes, and you know, I just found that the thing about this business is you can build it from anywhere. I can build it from my comfy chair here in my living room. I can build it like, you know, when my friend Jen, she talks about working on her business in the mom cracks. You know, the mom cracks, those little cracks of time that you have when you're waiting for your kid to be done with soccer practice and you don't really have time to go home, you know, so you sit in your car and it's a mom crack. You're working on your phone, right? You can do your business on your phone, on your computer, wherever there's any kind of internet or Wi-Fi. You know, you could drop your daughter off at dance lessons and go to the library or the Starbucks and hook into their Wi-Fi and just spend, you know, that hour working on your business. I mean, it's absolutely so ideal for the busy lives that we have today, right? You know, there's no other business that I know of that you can start and have the income potential I know that coaches that have achieved in this business for the cost of like $140. You're like, oh, $140. Okay, $140 to build the business that I have today, which is $250,000 income business. And my income, I'm expecting it to double this year. And I'm just telling you that. That is my goal. Now, what in your job today, are you able to say, this is what I want my income to do, and I control making that happen? Or do you know, well, our raise pool is 3%. Is it still 3%? Back when I was in the job force, it was like 2 to 3%. If you did a great job, you got 3%. If you did a not so great job, you got 2%. And if you just sucked, you got no percent, and then you probably got fired. But 3%. I mean, in the last 2 years, I replaced my full-time income as a corporate America in 2 years, and then I doubled that income, and I'm still doubling that income. So again, I don't want to just talk about money, but I'm talking about money because, you know, for those of you that are really seriously wanting something different out of life, you know, whether it's you would like to just have some extra money. I mean, one of the coaches on our team is paying her mortgage with her Beachbody income. The other one's paying her car payment. I mean, what if you just paid for your daughter's dance lessons? I had a coach that she said, you know, that all she wanted, her daughter's biggest desire was to take dance lessons, and she could not afford it. You know, dance lessons are expensive, right? You know, she couldn't afford it, and she started working on her Beachbody business, and she was finally able to start paying for her daughter's dance lessons with her Beachbody income. You know what? That totally enriched her life, and that's what I really love about something that Jeff Hill said a couple weeks ago in corporate is that with Beachbody, we enrich people's lives in more than one ways. That word has two different meanings. Enrich can mean enrich by financial riches, right? Because it does. I mean, it can. I've experienced that. If you've never met anybody that has been truly successful in network marketing, if you just think it's something that you read about, like those people, well, you've met one now. And I would be the last person to think I would ever be successful doing this. I'll tell you why in a minute. Don't let me forget. But it also enriches our lives from a quality perspective. You know, health, enrichment. Personal growth, enrichment. helping people be happier and more satisfied and feel better about themselves. It's enriching in so many different ways. You know, and there's a lot of businesses. If you want to get into a business like network marketing, then there's a lot of options. I mean, there is. I mean, I don't know. You know, the reason that people typically join into Beachbody, again, it's not because of the money. It's not because they decided that they suddenly wanted to go into network marketing. It's because they truly drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak. That means they love what this company's done for their life. They love what it stands for, and they just want to share it. I mean, if you're sharing something and recommending something that you 100% believe in, you are never selling. I never sell. You know what? And I have people tell me that. They're like, Deb, the reason I really like you as a coach is because you've never been pushy. You know, and our entire commerce system is built on sales, right? I mean, it exists in every single kind of business. You may be in the accounting department at your company, but there are sales in your company, right? So it's just a part of every single business. You know, when you're the CEO of your own business, you know, you have to do it all, right? But you know what? I don't like sales. I would never want to sell stuff. I wouldn't mind selling, like working in a retail store, like my favorite clothing store, and getting that discount, but that's a different story. But where I have to call people and ask them to buy things for me, that is not my jam, ever. I don't ever feel like I'm doing that with this because, you know what? I have a solution that could change somebody's life, and it has changed many people's lives. And if you want it, great. If you don't, great. I love you. I want you to be healthy and fit. If my solution is not what you're looking for right now, then that's okay. I still believe in it. I know it works for me. I know it could work for you, but I support you in whatever you want to do, right? That's just the whole vibe with this. You do have to be willing to share, though. I mean, if you say, well, I don't like to sell, well, you have to learn to share. And that's been a huge growth opportunity for me because I'm an introvert. So that's one reason why I would never think somebody like me would be successful in a business like this that is based on relationship building and conversing with people. But here's why I think I'm successful with it. Number one, I believe wholeheartedly and passionately about it. 100%. I know how it's changed my life. It's completely reversed my husband's diseases of lifestyle choice, and it's completely changed our lives. My husband, my kids, my parents. My mom went through chemotherapy. Doctor loved the fact that she was drinking Shakeology. You know, so yes, totally 100%. What was I going to say? Oh, but the other thing I love about it is it's really helped me grow. You know, I'm kind of a direct person. Like I said, I don't like to chit chat. I'm not a great conversationalist. I don't really like to socialize. I take homebody to the next level, quite honestly. But Beachbody has helped me grow the interpersonal part of myself. I've learned about how to converse and just build relationships. And you know what? That has enriched my life. Because, I mean, relationships are like, that's what we're put on this earth to do, right? Is to love one another. And it's really helped me because I'm a loner. I'm very much a loner person. So it's really enriched that part of my life. But also, I can converse a lot through the written word. And so I don't, you know, for me, the written word has always been a gift that I've had. I've always been a good writer. So Facebook, when I'm typing messages, that's the written word. And so I'm able to communicate and have conversations with people as an introvert without having to be face-to-face, without having to do a lot of phone calls. I mean, I do those things as well. And some coaches totally love that stuff. I mean, they're on the phone all the time. They're like, you know, they're every single challenger and coach prospect and all that, they're on the phone. They're like, yeah, on the phone. I'm getting on the phone. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, really? Like, oh, you know, I'll do it, but of course I'll do it, you know, because another thing about being successful in this business is being willing to get outside your comfort zone, right? And so I have really expanded my comfort zone. And you know what they say? The best things in life exist outside your comfort zone. And that has been so true. So my comfort zone gets bigger and bigger, but there's still more things on the outside of it. So I'm still going for that. But so to answer your questions, you don't have to know a lot of people to be successful in this business, because I did not. I had a very small social circle, say that 10 times, social circle. And I appreciate you guys being on. It says, let everybody know how much you appreciate people being on. I can't see comments, but I see you guys on, and I'm so glad you're here. There you go. Oh, swipe left to reveal comments. I want to see comments. There you go. I had a very small social circle, and in fact, my very closest friends are not involved in the business, really, at all. So, you know, it's not like I signed up all the people that I knew. Yeah, I signed up my mom and my husband, but from then on, my business has been built 99% on social media. That's the beauty of our world today. That's the beauty of our world today. I mean, and social media is free. I mean, there's paid aspects of it, but I built my business marketing 100% for free just by being on social media and connecting with people. And I teach my team, my tribe, how to do that. I teach them how to build those relationships and just be like, let their best self come forward, because everybody has amazing gifts to share. You do too. If you don't think you have a story, I was at our retreat a couple weeks ago, and one of my coaches, one of my really successful coaches, who just spent like the whole day before telling me her life story, and we're sitting there talking about sharing our stories, and she goes, well, I don't really have a story. I'm like, oh my gosh, you just told me your whole story. You have such a story. You know, and sometimes I think we have an impression in our head of what a story should be. There's no should be about a story. It's 100% uniquely yours. And everybody has one. Everybody, even you. So yeah, just sharing our stories and helping people, you know, so where was I? I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, so you don't need to know all the people. You just need to be able to get on social media and share your story and be willing to do what I tell you to do. That's how I learned how to do this business. I did not come into this knowing how to build a business on social media. I did not come into this business knowing how to talk to people on social media. I did not come into this knowing how to make cute pictures with graphics and videos, workout videos, or Facebook Lives. It didn't even exist when I started, but I had to learn how to do all that. So every single thing that you need to be successful in this, you can learn. It doesn't matter where you come from in life. We have coaches that are that came from being a waitress or a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer, a police officer, military spouse, which, oh, by the way, military spouses, active duty military, and veterans get to have all of their coach fees waived. So that's awesome. You know, singers, writers, band musicians, I mean, the stay-at-home moms, schooling at-home moms, you know, we come from all walks of life. We come from a background of personal bankruptcy to, you know, being financially successful in a career and not really wanting to leave that career, right? You don't have to want to quit your job to be a Beachbody coach. We have plenty of coaches that are actually still working their full-time job. Most coaches are, right? And then we even have coaches that are highly successful, that are making more than enough money to quit their job, but they love what they do. Right? That's great. I mean, to have two passions in life is amazing. That's like such a gift. But yeah, so once you become a coach on our team, we put you into some training. We start teaching you how to do this, but you know, we start you just very much with the basics and just get you out there sharing and talking about just your own journey. I mean, the number one thing we want you to focus on is your own fitness journey first. So that will be the first thing we do, is make sure that you're hooked up with your goals, that you are in a Beachbody workout program and drinking Shakeology and just starting to share about it. To get started as a coach, I mean, it's really just the cost of your own product. There is no inventory. There is no, you know, buy-in. I hear these things about buy-ins. Challenge packs. You know, a challenge pack is your workout program, your first month of Shakeology, Beachbody on Demand, and then it also includes your coach enrollment fee, which is normally $40. So that's just waived when you get in with a challenge pack. And then you're off and running. I mean, so seriously, I invested less than, well, back then when I got started, I can't remember what it was. I don't know, what it was to get started. It wasn't the same now, but whatever it was, I invested, let's say $100. And now I have this business that allows my husband and I, our whole family, freedom. We're paying cash for college. You know, my husband and I, we are traveling. Like, our travel schedule this year is so amazing. I mean, and travel has always been my dream. And here we are. I mean, we're going to the Dominican Republic in April, a place we've never been. And this is amazing that we get to experience this together. And it's a Beachbody trip that we earned. To be able to, you know, just start off with that, you know, there's some business out there like $6,000 to get started. I mean, who has that kind of money sitting around? I don't know. But we all got, you know, seriously, you could even save. You know, I've had coaches that saved a couple months to get the cost of their challenge pack, $140, $160, and they just saved. And then they got in and they had amazing success, and they've never regretted it, not for one single moment. But the most important thing is that you take action, because there's a lot of people in these 5.5 years that I have been talking to, and I've been talking to y'all for a long, long time. And the conversations are the same. You're still wanting to lose that same weight. You're still wanting to have more money, but you don't have the money, you can't afford things, you're out of work, your husband's out of work, we're still having the exact same conversation we had 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 2 years ago. And I know that it takes one small decision to completely change your life, but you have to make the decision. You know, if you keep doing the same old thing, you will keep getting the same old results, right? And so I just know that. I had to go through that myself. I had to learn the hard way, and I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. If you followed my story, you know some of the things that I had to overcome to get to where I'm at today. But I know people can do it, and that's why I'm so passionate about this, because I want everyone to experience the other side of it pays the bills. I want you guys to experience the other side of that, what that feels like, to have the kind of life where you're not just working to pay the bills, where you're not just dreading Monday through Friday and wishing it was Saturday again, where you're not having to constantly tell your kids, no, I can't afford that, we can't do that, or the kind of life that is just kind of sucking the life out of you. I mean, I had somebody that I've been talking to recently, and she was just like, you know, I have a good job. You know, I don't dislike it, but it's just, you know, I'm not loving it as much as I used to anymore. You know, and that happens. I mean, I know when I do a workout program for too long, I get bored and I want to do something else. Well, that happens with careers, perhaps. You know, you do something, you love it at first, and then after you do it for so long, you're like, I really could do something else. I would like to grow in a different way. So I'm kind of babbling on here. Sorry about that, but I get excited about topics. But really, like I said, if you want to join our tribe, if you want to even just talk about it, learn more about it, then ask me, ask one of the coaches that are on Team Dare to Dream. You know, the number one thing is we're going to focus on health and fitness. We're going to focus on your health and fitness. And when you become a part of the tribe, your fitness becomes our business. We're going to be up in your business about your fitness, because that's the most important thing. And if that's all you ever do as a tribe member is you know, focus on your health and fitness and make that a part of your lifestyle, that's awesome. Some coaches in our team do that. That's all they do. They're not interested in learning the business building techniques. They're not interested in, you know, learning how to share on social media. Probably nobody that in their family even knows they're a coach. They are just enjoying the discount, enjoying the community of our tribe, and working on themselves. That's totally fine. You know, for the same cost, which is basically your challenge pack, you can also decide if you want to earn some income. So it's your decision. All coaches, regardless of whether you ever sell anything or not, you all get a 25% discount off your product. So again, if you're already a product advocate, if you're already loving Beachbody and Shakeology, then becoming a coach for the discount is perfectly okay. We're not going to look at you and say, No, we're going to say, yeah, come on in, join our tribe. And then, like I said, the income opportunity is there. It's there, whether or not you take advantage of it or not. So that's really the gist of it. I hope I answered some of your questions. I'm going to let you go now because I've been talking longer than I expected. But I don't know. I had fun, so I hope you guys did too. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.